I think we good. I think we good. Yeah, let's start this off right. Let's start this off right. Yeah. 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 Woo. Makes you feel the good. It makes you feel good to come in like that. You know what I'm saying? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. This is episode 99. That's just crazy. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world. My brother Santana. Say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here with us tonight. We appreciate that. And as always, we got a jam-packed show for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get right to it. You heard?
You feel me? Still like my coffee. Still like my coffee. Mhm. Coach, I'm the only point guard you need. Man, get to the back of the bus. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them, bro?
Yeah.
Hot. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Right.
shout out to a couple of the day ones in the building. Shout out to my bro Biggs in the building, King Prince in the building. Y'all already know. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Let's get to it. Our first segment of the night, popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. You see it right there. OUV Records label motto is create, document, and inspire. So make sure you stay in tune to OUV Records at OUV Records on Instagram. Stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. First question of the night, y'all. And remember, these are the world's questions. These are not our questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. All right. Excuse me. Question number one. Things worth changing for the world that we live in today. Things worth changing for the world we live in, for the world that we live in today. Number one, bullying. Number two, public education. Number three, shortage of jobs. Number four, gun policies.
Mm,
Again, tell us what y'all think in the chat as well.
and what was the question again?
Um, things worth changing for the world we live in today.
Ooh. Um, I think I'm going to have to go with shortage of jobs
Okay, okay. Why you going with shortage of jobs? Okay.
because, I mean, with shortage of jobs, that like snowballs into a whole lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying? When pops can't bring home the bacon, you know what I'm saying? Pops don't feel like the man that he's supposed to be, then
Mm-hmm.
pops gonna find other ways. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I feel like with shortage of jobs, that would be like a culmination with why certain things be the way they are. You know what I'm saying? So with the lack of jobs, then it'll be hard for any family to save and to put their young children in a better position as far as like getting better education because
Yeah.
have the resources to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like with the shortage of jobs, that's something you could change right now that could really change the game right away. You know what I'm saying? Bring back factories, bring back shit that had the communities buzzing. You know what I'm saying? And plus, we want people to spend money. So how you gonna spend money if I don't got no money to spend?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with shortage of jobs.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm not gonna be around the bush. I mean, bullying is something that needs to change, but I don't think it's the
You need that because you need to know where you at in life. You know what I'm saying? Like bullying
well,
is a rite of passage that everybody went through. You know what I'm saying?
bullying and let's see. I think of bullying as something that is very one sided. You know what I'm saying? Um, Holding people accountable or having shame, I look at that different. You know what I'm saying? So we need to you need to see where you're at by fight or flight, but bullying is like it's it's not necessary, but it's a necessary evil, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but the point that I'm making at the end of the day, I agree with you saying that shortage of jobs is something that needs to be changed first and foremost. Public education is very big. We need to do better in our public education system in the U.S. today. Our public education system is really trash. It's only delegated to certain counties throughout the U.S. city that have the U.S. that has great schools and educational systems that the kid benefits from. But by and large, is not beneficial. Gun policies. They said the gun policies in the chat. The gun policies do need to change, but again, everything else starts with having foundation from your job. I think will be like you said a snowball effect to change the household. So because of that, I'm also going with shortage of jobs as well too. We said shortage of jobs. Y'all said gun policies in the chat. The rest of the world went with public education at 37%. What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Public education is something that we definitely need to tackle. I feel as though you need to, bump teachers pay ASAP. Start them off at 80. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
those who went through the proper training and not like got pushed through because they had a shortage of teachers and they just gave any teacher a job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we seen the results of that where teachers is doing egregious work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those extracurricular activities y'all doing is not part of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
syllabus that we had at the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we paid our teachers more to teach, and especially the ones that had the passion for it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that person to lose it. You know what I'm saying? So you pay them adequately, and the results of giving the teachers the tools they need so they can take down a new jack gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My fault, yeah, my fault. Nah, but the tools they need to inspire the student, spark something in the class and the students that we'll see in years to come. So I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? Public education, I'm definitely for that.
Yeah. All right. So we're moving on to our next popular opinion question. Uh, okay. Sexiest language on this list. Sexiest language on this list. Number one, Italian. Number two, Spanish. Number three, English. Number four, French.
Damn. Uh,
Yo, shout out to Flicks. Call me Marcus Houston.
yeah, French is. I'm gonna have to go with Italian, son.
You going with Italian?
I'm gonna have to go with Italian because something about Italian and the way they speak and how they speak is just like the flow of the words, and I don't know what the fuck they be saying. But that should be
Yeah.
smooth as ice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's just. And then I would have said French, but I grew up in French. You know what I'm saying? So, but Italian is definitely different. You know what I'm saying? I like the Italian language.
Okay. Okay. Uh, you went with Italian. I'm going with French, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I had a couple of, you know what I'm saying, Creole, ladies back in the day, and they hit me with the, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It was like, yo, it's kind of fly, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of feeling that, you know what I mean? So I'm going with French. I think that's a sexy language to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like Spanish can be sexy. It can be sexy, but French just is just fly. Like it just sound fly to me. You know what I'm saying? It sound like it's just water going down your throat. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's just easy. It's just easy to. You know what I'm saying? So and it's a hard language to learn, in my opinion. But it's fly when you master that jump. So I'm going with French. My brother went with Italian. The rest of the world at 42% went with French. What do you think about that?
I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. That's a good option.
All right. All right, next question. I know this question is gonna be kind of ill, but it's the question. All right. Most funny TV death. Most funny TV death. All right. Before y'all go crazy in the chat. All right. Number one, the plumber on Martin. Number two, Trevor on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Number three, Ruby the Bird on Martin. Number four, Mr. Gibbs on the Wayans Brothers.
Mr. Gibbs. Who was Mr. Gibbs again?
He was their teacher, and they took a stink bomb because the teacher
Oh,
did a stink bomb to his party, and he died.
um, I'm gonna have to go with the plumber, man. I'm gonna have to go with the plumber, son. That shit was a hilarious episode, son. Like, nah, I'm gonna have to go with that one, son.
You going with the plumber?
Mm-hmm.
That one is classic, top tier, one of Martin's upper echelon episodes. They going with Ruby the Bird in the chat. Um, I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta go with Trevor on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air when homeboy bungee jumped and was like, "I love you, Hillary." Boo. And Will Smith was like, yo, I don't think he's supposed to hit the floor like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with Trevor, pause, for Fresh Prince of Bel Air. My brother went with the plumber on Martin. They went with Ruby the Bird on Martin in the chat as well. Mama Payne wild out. That's a fact. Mama Payne did go, yo. Mama Payne wild Martin up in the hallway, and it was
Why
so.
when you see a dead bird, you just automatically assume it was the black man? Why
You
you gotta be the black? Can't
the
be the black
woman.
woman.
You know,
Between me and you, he took her out.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that was classic episodes, bro. Classic episodes. The rest of the world at 33% went with Ruby the Bird Martin episode. What do you think about that?
Not my mama bird, son. You know what I'm saying? It's a classic episode. I can't even be mad at it, son. So, you know what I'm saying? That shit still has me dying to this day.
And let's not forget, Stan through the bird Ruby a funeral. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody dressed in black, you know what I'm saying? And all in the shoebox. You know what I'm saying? So let's not forget about that. You know
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying? He had a good send off, you know what I'm saying? And they had the little memorial pictures of him and Mama Payne, you know what I'm saying, on vacay, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a good send off for, you know what I'm saying, the bird. So I'm not even gonna be mad at it.
All on the cruise, Ruby on the cruise with Mama Payne, you know what I'm saying? They all at bingo night, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Ruby lived it up, you know what I'm saying? Ruby lived it up. Popping, popping, popping. I know it sounds crazy at first, but it evened out. All right, next question. Most notorious police department in U.S. history.
Yeesh.
Number LAPD. Number two, Miami PD. Number three, NYPD. Number four, Chicago PD. Let us know what y'all think in the chat.
I'm gonna have to go with Chicago PD because the spikes in violence just leads me to believe like cops ain't doing their job. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as there be violence in New York, like New York, NYPD be on their shit, son. They
Yeah,
be solving crimes, son.
yeah, they do. They do.
They solve
They,
motherfucking crimes. I'm not even gonna hold you. Niggas, they on their Detective Burnett shit. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
They be
Yeah.
calling homicide because they're a narcotics officer. They don't
TNT. You know what I'm saying?
tactical.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna have to go with Chicago PD because of how the violent murders that be going on, that be spiking, and then it don't be getting solved.
You're right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like NYPD, they be doing wild sweeps. You know what I'm saying? They'll do their investigation 2-3 years, and then 4-5 o'clock in the morning on a cold November 2nd. You know what I'm saying?
50 of them knocking on the door, busting
Kicking
it up.
down that door. They coming outside with 40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So
Fact.
I'm gonna have to go with Chicago. I don't know what they doing. They could call John McClane. You know what I'm saying? He saw mad crime. You know what I'm saying?
You
He
don't
go
want
over
them to.
there,
You don't
huh?
want them to down. You don't
He
want that.
saw crime with a white beater and no shoes on.
And khakis.
And straight up khakis, son. Solving the crime, son. You can't get better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Me, I'm going with LAPD. LAPD just have some of the most egregious, notorious things I've seen them doing to the public. You know what I'm saying? When they supposed to protect and serve, like they really out there whooping ass. You know what I'm saying?
They
And
got their own gang. Like the shit
they
is wild.
facts, bro. And people don't really know about California laws and how California laws has changed throughout the years, and how people had the right to carry because California is technically a republic. So, based on that premise alone, LAPD had to move on their own type of time and had to really gang. You know what I'm saying?
They
So,
they out there willing to bust their gun to get it. You know what I'm saying?
facts, facts. They put the work in the bag, then get money. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Cause your man's talking real hot on that couch. That's
I
all.
feel a lot of motherfucking heat coming over from that couch over there. Count that money, man. Yo,
Oh
nah, LAPD is wild. They crazy, son.
yeah. And then you have to dealing with that's upper echelon game culture out there. So you got to move on a particular type of time, and that's why the game culture is on that particular type of time because everything is game. All right, so I went with LAPD. You went with Chicago PD at 41%. NYPD. What do you think about that?
Wait, wasn't the question was who's the worst?
Yeah, the most notorious. Yes.
I mean, I
I,
mean, like
through our history, when you talk about Amadou
Amadou
Diablo,
Diallo,
uh,
yeah.
Louima
Um,
with the plunger, those the other brother they shot. I think his name is Sean Bell. They shot him like 41 times or something wild, crazy like that. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
that's yeah. I guess, but notorious though. I wouldn't say no. NYPD is notorious.
me too. I
You know
agree with
what
you.
I'm saying? I wouldn't say notorious. A lot of the notorious shit happened before we was like, you know what I'm saying? Before we was born, like the
Yeah,
70s, when niggas was running around like they had, like the mob had their own hitters,
yeah.
NYPD. So yeah, that could have been notorious, but
Yeah,
you don't have mob niggas that got hitters in the NYPD today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well,
to
I mean,
and
you're
like
right.
the widespread corruption in NYPD today.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah,
say I
yeah,
wouldn't say corruption. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
I, NYPD is on it. And I'm
yeah.
be honest
Yeah,
with you, on it. So for them to say it's notorious is crazy. I don't know why they would say that, but all right, I guess.
I agree. I agree with you on that. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion question, y'all. Best revenge movie on this list. Best revenge movie on this list. Number one, Kill Bill. Number two, Old Boy. Number three, Law Abiding Citizen. Number four, Gladiator. Tell us what y'all chat. This is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see some of the chat's answers on this. Which one you going with, bro? I already know which one I'm going with.
So law-abiding citizen, Kill Bill. Uh, what was the other two? Oh,
Old boy.
Gladiator and Old Boy.
Mhm.
Uh, nah, I'm gonna have to go with Gladiator, dog. Like, I'm gonna have to go with Gladiator. Buddy went out on some gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, taking down the emperor while he going out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm gonna have to go with Gladiator, son.
Okay. I mean, he went through the muck and the mire to get. He did a lot to get back at him. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot. You know what I'm saying? The emperor was a whole sucker on top of that too. To me, when it comes to the best, old boy was that was nasty work in old boy. That was nasty work on a revenge in old boy. They saying old boy in the chat, gladiator in the chat between the two. That old boy was a lot of nasty work, but I'm gonna have to go with Kill Bill. Cause for somebody to get married and then all your people at your wedding was like, yeah, nah, and gun you down and left you for dead. They thinking you dead, and you had to sum up all that energy, all that strength, cooking that gumbo like, yo, when I get my together, I'm anybody that ever talked to me wrong, said any funny shit, they dead. Like that's the type of time Shorty was on. You know what I'm saying? She was on Mitch time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going with Kill Bill because of that. All right. So I went with Kill Bill. My brother went with Gladiator. I'm seeing Gladiator and Old Boy in the chat. No John Wick. No John Wick. I mean, which one would you take? John Wick? Put on John Wick and take one out? Because you're not going to take out law-abiding citizen because his family was raped and murdered. You're not doing that in the skillful way that he was going from jail through the Underground Railroad to get back at them folks.
Mm-hmm.
That that was just fire. Not taking Kill Bill off. Old Boy is something different. Gladiator, you're not taking that off of John Wick. John Wick did all that for his dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that.
Not the same thing.
Not the same thing. The odds wasn't as like, you know what I mean? In John Wick, even though he had mad bodies, he did have mad bodies. I will say that he did have mad. Spec John Wick's killing game, right? All right, so the rest of the world at 35% went with law-abiding citizen. What do you think about that?
I mean, yeah.
I think it's the way he did it, and people thought like was underestimating him after he was moving. But that's a dope
Yeah,
move.
it's a dope movie because the nigga already had all this shit like mapped out. Like I'm saying, like you got, yeah, I fuck with it because you gotta understand the buddy had this planned out for 10 years. I'm saying, just you gotta understand the type of mentality a man gotta have to just execute that for this whole plan for 10 years, knowing at the end there ain't no coming back, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yup,
And
yup,
walk that path. So yeah,
yup.
I fuck with that choice. You know what I'm saying?
He slow cooked that meal. All
Mm-hmm.
right, moving on to our next segment. Hollywood need to ask us. You want to start this one off, my brother?
I want a great, well thought out documentary style on the topic of when was the BBL invented?
Oh Lord.
I need to know, son. Who came up with the BBL, son? What was going through their mind? What was the thought process when y'all said, you know what? I think we could put some silicone up in there. We're gonna try it out. I want to know where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Because this
I
BBLs is killing y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you who was the first celebrity that I remember that was getting BBLs, and it was her thing. And then later on, then everybody else started doing it. Janet Jackson. When we was little, Janet was kind of heavy. Then all of a sudden, she got in the gym, and then she took all that weight and lost it completely. She became skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, she was gaining some of that weight back, and all of a sudden she had breastises, she had big booty, She had thigh, like she had it all. But that Jackson money hit different, so everything gonna be evened out. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that thing was looking oh so right on Janet Jackson. But I remember she was the first one to take fat from her stomach and then put it in her butt. And people was like, "What is that?" Oh, that's a Brazilian butt lift. You know what I'm saying? Now known as the BBL for short or whatever. So I remember as kids that she was doing that back then.
Yeah,
So
no, that first celebrity, yeah, but the first person to actually invent it and first do it, because you're not gonna, a surgeon is not gonna do it on a celebrity, especially as Janet Jackson, without having prior done the work. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, when did it first become something that people can pay for? You know what I'm saying? Like, because
right.
by the time she did it, I'm pretty sure they was doing it way before then, secretly, and then it started becoming like a trend, and then it started becoming known, like, hey, this surgeon did it. So it's like, I want to know where and what era did that really become something that they started veering off to, because I know they've already been doing plastic surgery for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when did it become, now from veering off plastic surgery to now doing this Brazilian butt lifts, and then deciding to take the fat from the arms and the back fat and this, and then move it there? Like, where, how did that decision come into play? Like, yo, this fat from your back will be good in your butt. You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
though I don't know. I don't know if it's the same type fat. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I would assume, because it's in different body places, that how you could decide to put it in one area, and that'd be a good idea for the actual person that's sitting laying on the surgeon table. Like, yeah, later on, this is, you're gonna be fine. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
want to know. I want to see a documentary of when these surgeons got together and decided, like, yo, this is the new money maker that we about to get on. You know what I'm saying?
But can the movie be complete if they don't show Janet Jackson? Because
No,
they got to.
I'm not. I'm not really worried about celebrities. It's really more so the surgical aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Where did the surgery of BBL come into play? Like, did were y'all in school, like, deciding, working on cadavers? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was in surgery school, like, figuring this out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
you be a surgeon and then you veer off from being a surgeon to do plastic surgery. You feel me? So it's the same. It's the same lane as far as like the schooling, but where did it deviate to now doing BBLs? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. Dope movie. Dope movie. All right. I want to see that. All right. My movie, y'all. I'm a sucker for a good period music movie. I'm a sucker for that. But we need this one, y'all. We need this one. RIP to the legend Frankie Beverly. I want a Frankie Beverly and the Maze movie biopic. Cause still to this day, you could play Frankie Beverly's and the Maze at any party, at any function, and it's turned up. It's turning all the way up. It's turning all the way up. For those of y'all that don't know who Frankie Beverly and the Maze, look up their discography. Play the first 10 songs that pop up. All hits. So I want to see a Frankie Beverly and the Maze movie. It'll be a great period piece. I believe they started probably somewhere in the mid 70s, if I'm not mistaken, and they went hammies in the 80s and the 90s. I want to see that particular movie being made, Frankie Beverly and the Maze. Again, RIP to the legend, Frankie Beverly.
Mm.
I
R.I.P.
Yeah, facts. All right, moving on, y'all. Make sure you tap into the membership portion of our page. We got memberships available: Gold, Platinum, Family, and Day Ones. Different memberships have different access, and we got some special gifts coming up for our episode 100. So make sure you tap into the memberships as well. Links in the bio and links are in the rewatch for this podcast. All right, moving on to our must see segment. Must see movies, must hear music, must see classic TV shows. You want to start this one off?
Now you can start it off.
All right, y'all. So my number one must see movie, again, it's Thursday night. We basically hit the weekend, so make sure you tap into this movies. Again, another RIP to another legend out here in the game that we just lost, James Earl Jones. I normally don't do a theme, but because of the legendary James Earl Jones just passed away, it's going to be a theme on all his, I think, his most outstanding work and noticeable. All right, so first must see movie, Conan the Barbarian. Came out in 1982, directed by John Millis. Stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Earl Jones, Sandy Berman, Valerie Quinonesi, Cassandra Gaza, George Sands. Dope fire movie, obviously about Conan the Barbarian going through his journeys, all in the Middle East, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you, but make sure tap into James Earl Jones' character. That's one of the first characters I've seen him play, and he was like a young man, like
Mhm.
running and gunning, and I'm like, yo, that's James Earl Jones. So must see movie.
He
My
had
number,
the 24-inch wave. You know what I'm saying?
bro, chill, 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 chill. It was
Yo,
chill. It was more like 36 inch. Pause. That weave was crazy, bro.
you rocking that joint, son.
Yo, moving on to my number two must see movie. Came out in 1988, directed by John Landis. Coming to America. Stars Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, James Earl Jones, Shara Headley, John Amos, Samuel L. Jackson, Allison Dean, and Eric LaSalle. And plenty of more people that is just too many people to name, to be honest with you. Louis Anderson, just off the cuff, is just too many people. But funny movie about a young man in Africa want to blaze a trail for himself. He's about to get married, and he convinced his father to go to the U.S. to find his wife, his bride. And you have to see the rest of the movie. It's one of the funniest movies you can watch even today. This movie came out in 1988, and it still holds up. So make sure you tap into Coming to America. And my third final must see movie came out in 2008, directed by Malcolm D. Lee. Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. Stars legendary Martin Lawrence, James Earl Jones, Michael Clark Duncan, Cedric the Entertainer, Monique, Joy Bryant, Mike Epps, Nicole Ari Parker, and Margaret Avery. Funny movie about a young man who then did well for himself, got his own TV show, his family, his parents' anniversary is popping up. He's gonna go back home for the anniversary, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you. So again, make sure y'all tap into Conan the Barbarian, Coming to America, and Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, all James Earl Jones edition. R.I.P. to the legend.
Fire movies. Those were classics, for sure. All right, chat. You know how I do. I always have a theme for my movies. So my three movies, and my theme for my three movies is question your reality. So these three movies have themes where they make you question your reality, right? So the first one in this list is Limitless. Came out in 2011. Stars Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Abby Cornish, Andrew Howard, Hill Harper, Anna Frill, Richard Beacons, Daniel Breaker. About a down on his luck guy who lost his job, can't seem to get shit together. He's being supported by his girlfriend. He's a bum. You know what I'm saying? And one day he to a childhood friend and tells him about this pill that gives him uh a heightened focus. So he takes the pill and then he just starts going off. And you gotta watch the rest of the movie, like to see how it makes him question his reality. Right? Next movie on this list is Transcendence. Fire movie right here. Came out 2014. Stars Johnny Depp, Rebecca Hall, Paul Bettany, Morgan Freeman, Cillian Murphy, Kate Mira, Josh Stewart. John Trejo, Cole Hauser, Clifton Collins Jr., and Corey Hardrick. Shout out to Corey Hardrick. You know what I'm saying? About this physicist who wants to create this machine to take people's consciousness and store them in this machine, but he gets into an accident, and you got to watch the rest of the movie to find out what happens. Dope movie. The concept is crazy. We're kind of actually living in the world that Transcendence is talking about, and this movie came 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So definitely watch that one. And the last one on this list is my particular favorite movie. It doesn't get its just due only because it came out around the time of the Matrix, but I feel as though it's better than the Matrix because of the concept that it really delves into of questioning your reality. And that movie is The 13th Floor. Came out in 1999. Stars Vincent D'Onofrio, Craig Bierko, Gretchen Mol, um, Wedigo von Schlinstein, Armin Mueller-Stahl, Dennis Hasbert, Stephen Schwab, Jeremy Roberts, Riff Holton, and Leon Rippey. It's about this guy who works for this computer company, and his boss has an issue with their software, where this software allows people to go into an augmented reality. Fire movie. I don't want to give it away, but the concept is dope, and it really is one of those movies that really makes you question your reality. So my movies for question your reality is Limitless, Transcendence, and The 13th Floor.
Fire. Make sure y'all tap in. Again, this Thursday night. We just gave y'all 6 quality must see movies if you haven't seen them before. And let us know what y'all think of them. We love the good conversation about these movies. And, we keep the energy always. So tap in, come back, and let us know what y'all think. All right, moving on to our music portion. Must hear music. Again, we lost uh another person who contributed to the game. And it's their edition, Rich Homie Quan. R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan. If you haven't heard of these songs, put these on your playlist. His must hear songs from Rich Homie Quan. Number one, Flex. Number two, lifestyle. Number three, type away. So if you never heard of these songs, and I don't know how you haven't, make sure you put these on your playlist. Again, RIP to Rich Homie Quan, Type Away, Lifestyle, featuring Young Thug, by the way, and Flex. So make sure you tap into those particular singles. All right, moving on to our must see TV shows. Must see TV shows. You want to start this off?
I got a classic one for y'all. I'm gonna take it back with this one. My classic show is Malcolm in the Middle. Came
Okay.
out 2000, has 7 seasons. Stars Frankie Muniz, Sullivan, Brian Cranston, Jane Kermazak, Christopher Masterson, Tania Raymold, Justin Burfield, Cameron Monaghan, Amy Colagado, and Hayden Padarati, and Craig Lamar Taylor. Fire show about a family growing up in middle America, and really about the kids, and it's really more so about Malcolm and he being the middle child, and in all the trials and tribulations of being a middle child. It's a funny series. It's very nostalgic growing up watching it, so it'll take you back. And again, it's a classic show for sure, and it's Malcolm in the Middle.
That's a great concept of Malcolm in the Middle, a way of telling the story before you even watch the episode about the middle child, Malcolm in the Middle. So I love that title always. All right, my must see classic show. It's a made for TV show, movie slash movie, like kind of how the Temptations movie was a show. So this is like a show movie as well. This one is called Guyana Tragedy. The Story of Jim Jones came out in 1980. Again, James Earl Jones. We still on the theme. This stars Powers Booth, Ned Beatty, Irene Cara, LeVar Burton, Rosalind Cash, and James Earl Jones, about the cult leader Jim Jones and how he took everybody to Guyana. And you gotta watch the rest. I won't ruin it for you. So make sure you tap into Guyana Tragedy, the story of Jim Jones. Again, salute to James Earl Jones. On for us.
Definitely got some smell good for y'all. Y'all definitely need to tap in with this brand right here. It's called Blue Atlas, and the fragrance is called Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be on your godly wave, you got to get you a bottle of Blue Atlas, spray you some Atlantis on you, and you know what I'm saying? You're just going to be swimming in them. You feel me? Broken and all that. You feel me? So you look good, you feel good, you smell good. You got to cop you a bottle of Blue Atlas, and the scent is called Atlantis.
You gonna be like LL Cool J and Wu when you open up the door. You know what I'm saying? Got a woman cooking over here. You got somebody, washing your clothes over here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody fixing the TV over here. Like LL Cool J had at least 8 chicks at work in his crib while he walking around in the robe and
So,
in the.
somebody gonna be in the back ironing my other robe. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, forget the other robe. Iron that do rag. Nah, man, get the do rag. Iron my do rag. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on. Y'all already know what time it is. It's about that time, y'all. It's time to rap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get classic shows, movies, documentaries, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. First hot topic of the night. The NFL announced that Kendrick Lamar will be performing at the Super Bowl, halftime at the Super Bowl. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like his stage performance is impeccable. So he just had that performance in LA. So they saw that he can hold the whole show by himself. So it makes sense. I heard there's like a lot of flack and pushback with Lil Wayne not being it, but you know what I'm saying? Like stage performance from Lil Wayne hasn't been there for as of late. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about the Super Bowl. We're not gonna put people on the stage that don't got uh the stamina anymore to you know what I'm saying, to hold the performance down as big as a Super Bowl. Not saying that they haven't done it before, but you haven't done a Super Bowl stage. So I'm pretty sure in that parameters they look at it and view it differently. So I'm not mad at it. And Kendrick Lamar winning right now. So why not continue winning? You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for it.
Yeah, I seen the same thing. I seen flack for not having Lil Wayne being a part of it. I think Lil Wayne will put on a great show, but it's not his time this year. It's just not his time this year. That's just how you sum it up. I mean, this year Kendrick Lamar has set himself apart. This year, Kendrick Lamar has the biggest song in the world as of right now. Unless tomorrow somebody come out with a new song that's gonna shake the world up, that's not happening. They already picked Kendrick Lamar. The diss song that he did towards Drake, Not Like Us, it takes the energy and a life of its own when people hear it. The beat, the Cali style, and him doing what he was doing on the song, it really resonated with people. So it doesn't surprise me that he get the halftime slot. And he also has a catalog to back it up. And he has a home run hitter in Not Like Us. Not to mention he has other home run hitters as songs, but I'm pretty sure Not Like Us is going to be saved for last. It's going to probably be the biggest number in his performance where they, pull out all the bells and whistles. So I'm not surprised. I mean, this is no disrespect to Wayne because you can't disrespect Wayne. Wayne is a whole legend out here. Wayne is always going to be relevant, but this year is just not his time. Maybe next year or the year after that, somebody like Wayne, I'm pretty sure stays ready for the moment. but it's just not his year. You will kind of lose the energy if you wait for Kendrick Lamar next year or the year after that. So I'm not mad at it, me personally. And I'm pretty sure Lil Wayne will get his shot when the time is right, when people will start appreciating his music again. Because music is in cycles. You can stop listening to music for a couple of years, and then when you listen to that song, you're like, damn, this song was so good. Why did I stop listening to it for a couple of years? It's because it was time to stop listening to it for a couple of years. So now you can really appreciate the music that he has to offer, which is a lot of great music for a future Super Bowl. That's how I look at it, me personally. Me personally. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. They found one of the ingredients found in Doritos chips by scientists at Stanford University. This ingredient can make people see through. After they found out doing loads of testing on rats that the dye helps Dorito chips. The orange hue gives that orange hue, and because that orange hue turned mice transparent. What do you think about that?
And niggas is just out here just experimenting and doing all types of shit. Like the fact that what's the point of FDA if independent other studies have to do other research to find out what's in a product that was already approved by the FDA in the first place? You can't put chips on the shelves that supposedly have harmful substances in them, but apparently all our food got it. So what is the point of the FDA if y'all not even um banning,
Regulating.
not even regulating, banning these shits? Like, why does the hue need to have such corrosive chemicals in it where it will turn a fucking rat transparent? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it have to have that? Like, I'm pretty sure the components to make it don't have to be that harsh, or why do you even need it anyway? You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird that we even have all these institutions, but somehow, some way, these companies still find a way to put all these ingredients in it that's harmful, but other countries can ban it. But America is always some rigmarole. There's always some issue. Other countries have no problem banning the stuff that they allow here. So it's just weird to me.
You hit the nail right on the head. Pause. Um, like when I go to other countries and I'm like, yo, because I'm not familiar with some of these foods. I'm like, yo, where the snacks at? I'll pick out on some snacks until I get back to the U.S. because I normally don't pick out on snacks anymore. Um, but their palate for what's available is not what we have here. It's not as much sugar, not as much salt. It's made for a snack and not for a meal, and it doesn't have the type of harmful properties and ingredients in their snacks to their people. But to us, we get it all. So I can't imagine the things that they don't approve for the US. Cause they don't approve some things. So I can't imagine how harmful that is to the harmful stuff that they have on the shelves. Chips like Talkies is horrible for you. Doritos is horrible for you. And if you look these chips up or different snacks up, what does the most harm to your body, you will be surprised. And I'm pretty sure the people in the chat, half of y'all probably eat this stuff, got it in your refrigerator right now. I grew up on Doritos. Doritos is delicious, but when I found out how they made Doritos about a year ago, I stopped eating it. They said Doritos does a lot of harm to your body. Not golden grams, honey gram does a lot of harm to your body. Pop Tarts does something wicked to your body. And we grew up on this stuff.
Part of a complete breakfast, they said.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can't unlearn this, y'all. So it's either y'all make the changes or you don't. But at least you gotta know what you're putting into your body. If they have an ingredient that allows a rat to go transparent, imagine what it's doing to our bodies, y'all. Make better decisions, y'all. That's all. We love you enough to give you this information. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. There were signs put up in the, y'all know I hate saying the word black, but there were signs put in the melanated communities saying, in Chicago, saying black people hating on immigrants. And these signs was put up all through various communities throughout the Chicago neighborhoods. What do you think about that?
It's a ploy to try to incite some type of response from black people, so-called black people. It really is. It shouldn't be about, oh, black people hating on immigrants. Is why are you even here in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Well, other people had to come here properly through the proper channels. Y'all not doing it. You know what I'm saying? But we're supposed to be cool about it. So it's not really more so. I know it's gonna trigger people because that's what's in their face, but it's puppets on the string. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look at the string master who's pulling these strings, and that's who really allowing these people to come in. You know what I'm saying? Because if they didn't want them in here, you not getting in here. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you can't get in, but not in the mass numbers that's happening now if you don't allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? People sneak in all the time, but it's very small in number when that happens. But these people are getting on buses, four, five, six buses all filled up. You know what I'm saying? So that's something different. So y'all allowing this shit in, and then that's like saying I lock my door in my home at night and I go chill on the couch, and it's an intruder on my couch,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not supposed to get mad or retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want a beverage? Oh, let me get something to drink for you. Nah, nigga, I'm not gonna give you no hospitality. You're not welcome here. I didn't invite you in. So the only solution is you gotta go, or you gotta go through the proper channels to get invited.
Hey, homie, you need some help?
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
You see, you was about to get your head taken off over some cheese. You know what I'm saying? I said a double whopper with cheese.
a double whopper with cheese. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get it right.
So yeah, it's not. It's. I feel like they trying to incite black people into some kind of response, and I feel as though we're a lot smarter than that, and it's not going down. And y'all need to get them up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And before you do, give that bread back and give it to the ones that really need it. The families that been here, been asking for this money. You're giving it to complete strangers. Like, it's crazy.
I honestly, I've said this last episode when I brought up a similar subject about, the Venezuelans is taking over certain neighborhoods in Chicago or apartment building. We we live in the age of spin, and this is a part of the spin. First, it was they're taking over these apartment buildings and this, that, and the third. And because you see a group of people and you label them, oh, they're taking over the neighborhood, or they're taking away this and taking away that. They're, first of all, they're given resources. That's one. Can't they can't take something that they was given. That's number one. Number two, if we believe everything that we see on television, we live in a world of spin where they could take my face and put creep on it, then people are gonna think I'm a creep. If they take my face, my image, throw a mat, and I have a mask on and label me, I'm a light skinned man, and I'm a melanated man. On top of that, they could label me Puerto Rican, Spanish. They could label me anything of the melanated spectrum, right? But it wouldn't matter because I'm still melanated at the end of the day, right? But because they would just look at him like, oh, we're just gonna label him to a group. Oh, he's the worst type of guy. But how can these people be the worst type of people when you allow them into the country? When one second you say open up your heart, open up your energy to them, and then all of a sudden you trying to pin us together? Nah, nah, no way, no way, not having it. This is a definite ploy to keep us separate. This is a definite ploy because again, we are one and the same. We are one and the same. If they're given, it just doesn't make sense to me. Where if somebody goes to a place that's foreign to them, By and large, you come here on a bus. By and large, you don't know where you're going to go to a brand new country, and you're receiving benefits. You're receiving resources. As you receive resources, you go to an unfamiliar building and take over a building. You go and make t-shirts or flyers to say this group of people is hating on me. You don't have the wherewithal to know where the nearest Kinko's is at. The last thing you're trying to do is go to Kinko's and you go into a foreign country to make signs on, oh, this person is hating on me. Like, let's keep this 100. The last thing you want to do is find 30 other dudes from your country and be like, yo, we're gonna squad up and we're gonna go take over the Carter. Who's doing that? And you're receiving benefits. Come on, y'all, keep your third eye open. Keep your third eye open. This is an age of spin and nothing but a tactic to keep us divided. Anything you want to add?
No.
Okay. All right, so y'all, I love the comments on that. Love the comments on that. Yeah, shout out to the chat. Your chat going in. We appreciate that. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Actor Marlon Wayans said that he was the original Robin. He was casted for Robin first before I think it was Conley. No, what's the kid name from Batman and Robin? Is it Chris Conley?
Chris O'Donnell, I think it is.
Chris O'Donnell. He said he was the original Robin, and then they recast him for Chris O'Donnell. What do you think about that?
Like, nobody cares, son. Like, go make a new movie. How about that? Like, what are you talking about? Who cares? Like, nobody cares, blood. Go make a new movie, son. How about that? What's going on? Why y'all not making new movies? What's up? No project. What's going on, son?
Mm-hmm.
Get up with 50. He got wild studio space. Do something. I don't care about a job that you didn't get. I'm like, what are we talking about? What does it matter? You didn't get the part. So what? Move on, nigga. You got other parts that's way better. Highlight the parts that you did get. The movies that you were phenomenal in. You know what I'm saying? Sixth Sense is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So why are you talking about movies roles you didn't get? And then back then you was gonna play Robin, nigga. Stop it, son.
That's what he said. That was the truth. That's what he said. That's what he's saying. Yo, shout out to Ernesto Hernandez. Y'all remember you. I remember your with the logo in your picture. Yeah. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Hit that like button while you here, while you back. Hit that like button. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an interesting conversation, but you know, it's not something he should be proud to talk about, to be honest with you. It's not like the movie was a hit. The movie was ass hat. Like, that's probably one of the worst Batman movies ever made, to be honest with you. Because with Chris O'Donnell, this is what, Batman 3, Batman 4? Because this is Poison Ivory and the first Bane. They was trash. Poison Ivy was Bane was dookie. Bane was
ass.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze was garbage. Arnold Schwarzenegger
Dialogue.
terrible.
His dialogue was baby shit, bro. Everything had something with freeze in it or cold. Like, put him in the cooler. Make sure you freeze him like ice. Or like, everything had a cold reference in it, bro.
It was
Like,
but
trash. And then the other one was what? What was he in the one with Val Kilmer?
yeah, no, that's Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. Okay. All right.
Batman and Robin, that's the one with George Clooney.
Yes.
Garbage movie. Garbage. God.
And terrible connection, by the way. George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell. That's terrible connection altogether. That movie was trash. I don't even know why Marlon would even
Yo,
bring.
he right. He did say get to the chopper in the movie, son. Oh my God, son. Just diabolical work, son. And in the 90s, you know what's crazy about this diabolical work? I went to go see that movie, son. You know what I'm saying? Went to go pay the shit like it was gonna be popping.
What
Went
what
to
what
movie theaters and saw this atrocious work, son. Like, oh,
what
niggas caught me, son.
what Ice Cube said in part 2 of Friday? We all did. You know what I'm saying? Like we all went to go see that hot garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, straight butt.
So that's not even a flex. I can understand if Marlon said, "Yo, I missed out on the Matrix or something like that." You know what I'm saying? But you missed out on some hot garbage. Yo, don't bring that up. Like, yo, count your unlucky stars that you wasn't in that monstrosity of a movie. So,
Yeah, facts. It would have not been good. Where Chris O'Donnell at now? He on TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Been there ever since.
so chill with the whack flex. You know what I'm saying? That movie was whack. Marlon got better movies than that anyway, so that's not even a flex. So I don't even know why he would bring that up. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. People are getting gaps put in their teeth as a new beauty trend. What do you think about that?
What was it?
People are getting gaps put in their teeth as a new beauty trend. What do you think about that?
Mm, like they actually doing it? Like that's crazy.
It's like surgically.
I don't know. Where's this? Who's doing this? Like where? Here?
Yeah, in the U.S.
Mm, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's what y'all want to do. That's what you want to do. But remember, people got preferences. So if you don't get chose, you can't be mad. Remember, because people got preferences. So just because you get on the boat, don't mean I gotta get on the boat with you. You know what I'm saying? I could just wave you off and all right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get on that ride with you. Nah, I don't know about that one. That you willingly go and do that. Like y'all just getting off this BBL shit. Like, yo, why don't y'all just chill for a couple of years before y'all start doing a whole new trend? Like you just chill, relax, be cool, you know what I'm saying? Get you a thermometer, some chicken noodle soup and shit, you know what I'm saying? And sleep this shit off. Cause y'all bugging. We just getting off BBLs. Now you chipping your teeth? Come on, son. This is crazy.
And it's not far fetched. I mean, I had one of my exes put me onto a TV show called Botched, and I sat down and watched 5 minutes of it and got up. And she was like, "Yo, where you going?" I'm like, "I'm not watching people that don't like themselves. I'm not into that. I don't have that type of energy where I want to be around people that don't like themselves or don't love themselves enough to think that they have to do something to it, change their look. Not even enhance your look. Enhancing your look is a little different. Enhancing your look is getting a haircut, trimming your face. I mean, getting the trim your beard, or those are enhancements. You get what I'm saying? Wearing the proper size of your clothes so your body can fill out. That's an enhancement. I'm not into change. Be who the good Lord that God made you to be. So I'm not into that. So I got up and kept it pushing. But in those 5 minutes, they covered what they were going to be covering in the episode. There was a dude on there getting his what calves done. You had a lady that was getting her chin done, and you had another lady that was doing something to make her look like a Barbie doll, like a real live Barbie doll. So by seeing what they're going to cover within those 5 minutes, I can't be a part of that. But I believe that this is going to be that this is the new trend that they're saying. So it's not far fetched. Is the point that I'm making. When you have a show like Bots, that make their living or people not liking who they are. So
Yeah, it's sad out here. Yeah, it's um. I just hope they find themselves for real, because you don't need any of this shit.
yeah, I mean that's wild. I mean, we never heard of this, but now they trying to work on height. Like, how you gonna work on height? Before it was lifts in the shoes, and now they finding different scientific ways to make somebody. If you was five, you was 5'8", they can make you a full 6 foot now. Like,
What happened to niggas being 5'8" just because they was 5'8"? You know what I'm saying?
I
You
don't know.
bring a whole lot more to the table, blood. That showcase, you got get some character, build yourself up. You know what I'm saying? If you could just go change yourself, then what's the point of the journey?
Right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
You have to get on brother sunflower seeds. You know what I'm saying? So you can go and get right. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, don't mention Shaquille Sunflower. You know what I'm saying? At the Najee Ramba place,
You have to go out there and get right. You know what I'm saying?
to see the light. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Moving
Oh
on to
man.
our next hot topic. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it. Shannon Sharp or audio having happy time with the woman on his live. What do you think about that?
I mean, he set it up for that to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we all get on live. This shit don't happen on its own. You gotta set it up for it to get on live.
Mm-hmm.
So you willingly did that shit. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know what was in your contract. I'm not in that room. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But try to play in our faces and be like, oh, it's a hack. It's like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That is impossible to hack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the mere fact that people gobbling it up and not even question that shit is crazy. Ain't no way in hell your shit got hacked to where it goes on live. Nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then even if supposedly that were the case or something, iPhone, you can't even like somebody can't remote hack your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they gotta physically have the phone in your hand to do anything with it. And
Yeah.
then not only that, you gotta know the password to get in the jump.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's like now they got new apps where with the new update where not only can you lock your phone, you can lock the app itself, so you can't even get into the app. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that to say that, or you're telling the general public that you got hacked is just wild, crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you had to do, that was part of the contract. I guess this was part of it. You know what I'm saying? So you had to hold up your end of the bargain. But to
Yeah.
say that it was a hack is like, stop it, Shannon. You know what I'm saying?
In
Stop
the
it.
chat, in the chat, they're saying they can actually do it, but it's very expensive to do. I guess they saying the remote hack. I honestly never heard of it, but
Right. But then again, okay, even if it's that, not saying that it can't be done, why would anybody want to hack Shannon Sharp phone and then hack him at that specific time when it's Mr. Nasty time?
right, right,
Come on, son. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Stop. I
yeah,
don't believe in coincidences. I just don't.
yeah, and
Either you did the shit or you did the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all there is to it.
hmm like at the end of the day, to be honest with you, I think Shannon Sharp got tired of the rumors, the
Or
accusations.
that he's a Thoisy boysy.
Yeah, that that, and it's so crazy to me because we live in a world today where it's so accepting. So when people throw gay accusations out, it's not that big of a deal. If somebody's gay, they're gay. Like we live in a world today. If somebody come out and say, "Yo, I'm gay," people are like, "Oh, you're gay." All right, next. So if somebody said they're not gay, but 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 some people got their own meanings of it too. But at the end of the day, whatever people's sexual preference is, there's no shame to it, is the point that I'm making. But I believe personally that he got tired of all the accusations because it's not coming from the other side of the fence. It's coming from our people as the melanated culture that follows Shannon Sharp, that watches his shows and things of that nature, that they was accusing him of being homosexual. And I think he got tired of them accusations. And you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, they gonna hear something tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that what on that horsepower. Shout out to Cameron. You know what I'm saying? That I'm on that pink horsepower tonight. They gonna hear this action tonight. So that's what I think personally. I think he got tired of all the rumors and wanted to show how he served it up. Pause.
But it's like, bro, you in your 50s, my nigga. It's like, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got people that they have the quote unquote beards. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or they'll be in a relationship with somebody and they got something else going on, but the person they're in a relationship with, they have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you doing that proves nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We've had conversations personally where women have said they have no problem with dealing with a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
doing that still doesn't prove nothing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
And
I'm still holding to the fact that you did it yourself. You did
mm-hmm.
not act. Now, for the reason why you did it, calls for speculation. But to say you got hacked is like, bro, stop. You
Mm-hmm.
are Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you have a good platform, and you know what I'm saying? But to get hacked,
Yeah.
not when people hack and chase. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, let's be real.
Yeah. So it was uh and to finish that, what we were talking about, there's women out here that don't mind dealing with a man who dealt with men. So we live in that type of world. So again, to go above and beyond to to show your manhood is to go live at 50 some years old.
It's crazy work. It's wild.
And you got millions.
You in your 50s, bro. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, why not put on your own production in your crib, but keep it for you though? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have wild cameras because he got cameras. He got a lot of shows. Put all the cameras all on in the bedroom and go crazy. Go wild, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And keep that for you and the person that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Why not? So, but to put that on live, I don't know. It's kind of desperate. Kind of desperate. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. TikTok star uh Ali Ali Alaban. Ali Alaban. A California judge has sentenced him, 32 years old, with consecutive life without parole for first degree murders of Anna Alaband and her friend Rayburn Barron, who was 29, plus 50 more years in prison for a gun enhancement charge. What
Yeah,
do you,
what type of gun did he have?
yo,
What type of gun enhancement charge you gonna get you 50 years?
bro, he probably had the gun that they had in the racer. Where he's shooting through the walls,
The
through
big
mag.
blocker.
You know what I'm saying? He had the blocker. That's what he had. He had the blocker. Cause I've never
Oh,
heard of that. I've never heard of it. Just for in possession or whatever of the gun. Extra 50 years.
is that the murder weapon?
Say that again.
I said, is that the murder weapon he used?
They didn't specify on that. They just said he got 50 more years in prison for a gun enhancement charge. I've never even heard gun enhancement charges.
No, I never heard of you getting 50 years for that. Just that alone. Like, what type of did he have a silencer on the shit? Like, what type of enhancement could that possibly to get you 50 years? Like,
Bro, told you he had the gun from a racer. You know what I'm saying? We say it all the time that nobody's that lit to write that in the movies. They got that from somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? He
You
had
should
that specialized joint.
you should have kept that where it was at. You know what I'm saying? But it's just tragic that that happened. The family lost a loved one.
Yes. Hmm.
I mean, this fame, this was like I don't know, son. It's just too many people like who are lames is famous and think that because they famous they're not lames no more. You just still a lame. You just fame. You just
Yeah.
a famous lame. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't change your swagoo. If you never had no goo drip sauce, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
gonna be lost in the sauce. You feel me?
Mhm.
So it's just crazy that they had to say a TikTok star like that really meant something. Like that changed the outcome. Like no, like a family is grieving. Somebody's loved one is gone because of this goofiness. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So uh, I'd love to know what kind of enhancement that nigga got for real. Like what the hell type of enhancement he put on his gun or weapon of choice to get an extra 50 years on top of the life plus an additional 50.
Not to make too light of it, but in the chat they saying he had the Mr. Freeze gun. Oh my god.
Yo,
Fu-
God damn.
Y'all are funny.
That was a good one.
All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Sexy Red going viral for flashing her IG live by pulling down her top to show her tiggles. What do you think about that?
Where she went on live to show her jumps.
Yeah, she was on live and she was like at a pool or whatever with her friends,
Uh,
and you know, she was like, "Yo, I'll pull these joints out," and it was like, "Chill," and she was like, "Yeah, nah," and she pulled them out to show the world on her live. What do you think about that?
she need to be focused on music because that's all what we know her for. You know what I'm saying? You need to get your next hit. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be in that studio booth. I don't think you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the hunger in you. I want to hear something. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear something, baby. Let me hear some spit something. You know what I'm saying? The
Nah, it's,
fire. I don't see the drive. So that's what I'm saying about this fame got people thinking that because people know you now, like for what they know you for, you can start slacking on that and be known for other things. But that's kind of going to be a detriment to you because if you're known for other things, what you was actually known for is going to be what people care less about. So now they're going to be more interested on you doing crash out shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you crashing out for what? Attention? That's not going to get you no bread?
see, most people think, especially with artists, like attention equals sales, right? But it's kind of like I don't want to diss her because I stood up for her before on the past issue, but when I watch her perform, her performance are not strong. She can get better at performing, but it's not strong. That's the reason why her ticket sales is down. I think this is a ploy to gain more attention, hoping that the ticket sales will go up, right? She has to cancel half of her tour because it wasn't meeting the requirements to even put on the show. Um, I'm not a fan of her music, but I respect her hustle. If there's a lane for her to eat, make her music, and do her shows, then get in that lane and make all the money you can make millions. I really believe that genuinely. But this has nothing to do with your music showing your breasts on your live. You know what I'm saying? You want her to get back to the music. Like what music again, my taste is my taste, and there's I don't want to speak for other people. Her music again is not my taste, but there's enough people that I would think that like her music, want to hear her music, and get back to it. And like my brother said, get back to it, cause
You got your lane, stick
dude,
to your lane and eat off the lane. See, this is
Mm-hmm.
a problem when you don't get bullied in life. You know what I'm saying? You don't know when to be in your lane. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you know when you're in your lane, you could eat forever. You know what I'm
True.
saying?
True. True. True.
You eat for a long time. The foundation is built. You just keep making your cookie cutter garbage ass songs for the lane that wants it, and you know what I'm saying? You're gonna eat. But when you
Mhm.
start deviating from that, it's like now the people that fuck with you for real, it's gonna be hard for them to like fuck with you because you're not giving them what they need. So give them people what they need, son.
All right, moving on. I couldn't say it any better myself. Moving on. Again, take a quick moment of silence. We're gonna show some love to some people that we lost, some legends that we lost of recent. James Earl Jones, Rich Homie Quan, and Frankie Beverly. R.I.P. to those gentlemen. All right, moving on to our next segment. Our petty thought segment. This segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you tap in the Big Bravo Section. Again, BigBravoSection.com. Get a chance to book a session with one of the best photographers in the world if you're in the Miami area. And you can buy some dope photography as well. If you're not in the Miami area, you can still book that session, fly out, and take care of your session. Again, BigBravoSection.com. You got a petty thought for us?
Chad, we're doing our words from the Bible of all Bibles, Black's Law Dictionary. I feel it's imperative that we understand the words that we're using. It's very egregious that people have different definitions from words that already have a definition to them. You cannot create a new definition for a word that already has its own definition. So we need to stop that. Having people have like, oh, I have my own definition of, for example, they have their own definition of a provider. No, the definition of provider is what the definition of provider is, not what your definition is. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to what these books say, what these words truly mean, right? So last week people gave me some words to look up, and as I mentioned before, there's a lot of words in the Black's Law Dictionary, sixth edition, that I have personally that we can't find words for. So one of the words that was given to me by the chat was fair use. Could not find fair use, but I was able to find fair use doctrine. So I feel it's close to what we can understand what fair use means. So the definition of fair use doctrine is a privilege in others other than the owner of a copyright to use the copyrighted material in a reasonable manner without the owner's consent, notwithstanding the monopoly granted to the owner, to determine whether fair use has been made for copyrighted material, the nature and objects of the selections made, the quantity and value of material used, and extent to which the use may diminish the value of the original work must be considered. So when you're using somebody's copyrighted material, you have the right to use it, but if you start diminishing the quality of it, now it's gonna be a problem. So when you start using blue magic, make sure it's blue magic and don't step on it. Cause then you can't step on it and still call it blue magic because it ain't blue magic no more. You know what I'm saying? It's blue dog shit. So you gotta watch out for cease and desist, copyright. They don't like those words. Too many big words for people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just call it red magic. How about that?
All right, so next word on the list, I believe Rowan Jack asked for this one. The word is freedom. So the definition of freedom is the state of being free, liberty, self-determination, absent of restraint, the opposite of slavery, the power of acting in the character of a moral personality according to the dictates of the will, without other check, hindrance, or prohibit prohibition with or prohibit, then such may be imposed by just and necessary laws and the duties of social life. So freedom is having basically state of being free here and having your own self determination, absent of restraint, meaning you have nothing holding you back from determining what you want to do. Now, liberty, for lack of better terms, has a kind of different term. It may sound similar, freedom and liberty. They intertwine these words, but they're totally different, right? In their meaning. So liberty means freedom from all restraints except such as are justly imposed by law. Um, what is it? What was the word? Free. Oh, from the restraints under conditions essential to the equal enjoyment of of the same right by others. Freedom regulated by law. The absence of arbitrary restraints, not immunity from reasonable regulations and prohibitations imposed into the interest of the community. So you have liberty, but liberty have us just only are imposed by certain type of laws. So you have the freedom to travel, right? To go anywhere you want, but you have the liberty to operate a vehicle. So you don't have the free will to do that. You have liberty because that could be taken away if you break a certain law by using a car unlawfully. So the words for petty words this week are fair use doctrine, freedom, and liberty. So if there's any words that y'all want me to look up the legal definition of, please do so in the chat and have it the definition for y'all for next episode.
Fire. Fire. Make sure y'all put in those words, y'all. Put in those words. Look it up, and we're going to get y'all right. Make sure you tap those in. Yes. All right, moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
Keep the Lie Live. So this Keep the Lie Live for this particular show, is there such a thing as as good attention and bad attention? Is there such a thing? Yes, for both. Like a form of bad attention. I'm seeing it all through. It's kind of been like a theme all through the show, and I've seen it on social media. So bad attention is something like Shannon Sharp putting himself having happy time on live. There was nothing to gain from that, right? No shots, no jabs, but it's like this is what we're looking at. I'm seeing Melissa Ford in the gym working out. There's nothing wrong showing that you in the gym working out, but she got the slow video of her walking into the gym, showing her cheeks, all looking cheeky, and it looks nice, but it's a form of attention that you're showing your cheeks and not showing the workout. Now she's showing the workout. Now the workout is very sexualized, where she's jumping, breasts is jumping, everything just butt jiggling. All for what? You know what I'm saying? Why not just get in there, do your reps, even if you're gonna show it or whatever for your as for what they call that when somebody is inspiration. You're like, all right, I'm filming myself working out because in 4 months I want to make sure that my results, so I want to make sure that I remember what I'm doing, right? But to show it again on live or show it on your social media that you're in the gym with the tightest of the outfits that you could do, and then the camera angles and you're doing all these wild exercises that's showing your butt go up and down in slow motion and your breasts is just popping out. Wrong attention. So in my opinion, there is such a thing as wrong attention, but it's a form of desperation that now that attention that you wanted, now it just looks desperate. Same thing when a girl dressed too sexy to go outside. It's like, yo, you're looking for the wrong attention. If a guy is outside and he's counting money, hundreds as he's walking down the street, then that's wrong attention. So but that attention looks and feels desperate. But people do things that way because they have to fulfill that deep seated, unsolved kid inside them. So that's what it really is that their childhood is revealing itself in their adulthood. What do you think of the desperation that's going into the new attention?
Um, well, I just feel like it's a cry for help, really. Because if we're using Melissa Ford as an example, it's like, mommy, you was in the upper echelon rooms with top tier men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel bad for you in your 40s where you have no man and you're resulting to doing this to gain attention to satisfy whatever um need you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obviously not going to get the results you want. You know what I'm saying? Because you still don't know what men want. You still don't know what the men that you want from you. That's why you're not getting the results. What does the man that you want for your life? What does he want? Once you can answer that, oh, you good. It damn sure ain't you in the gym recording yourself with, you know what I'm saying, body parts moving, because that's not for me, because everybody else is watching it. So who's it really for?
Mhm,
Because if it's for yourself, nobody else would see it but you. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that and you post it, it's for everybody. And it's definitely not for the man that you want. Because the
mhm,
man that you want, he's not gonna want his woman posting that on the gram. You know what I'm saying? So you not so you posting it for yourself, that's cool. And it's only gonna be for yourself because you're gonna be alone. Because
mhm,
the man that you want, you probably already done ran that man off already anyway, years ago. So out there now it's just slim pickings. Like, and then at the stage that you in, where you at, it's like it's even worse now. So you just kind of put yourself in a box. And again, not saying that you can't get what you want, but the attention, the intention of what you seeking should be the main focus. Because if you want companionship, you want somebody to be there by your side, doing those things on the internet, it's not going to get the results. So kind of change your attack strategy to attack what the man you want. Find out what he wants. Shit, if he likes 2K25, get the new 2K25. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? If the man into gaming, get him a gaming chair. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you don't like it. He does. You know what I'm saying? Half the time we don't even want to go shopping with y'all, but we do it just cause. You know what I'm saying?
is is bad attention a form of desperation to you?
Um, Bad intention is if it's a form of desperation. Well, it would have to really depend on what the the initial act is. You know what I'm saying? Like, how egregious has it been? Like, how out the wall, how far fetched did you go to do whatever action it was? You know what I'm saying? So
Well, this action by itself, again, going to Shannon Sharp, this is bad attention. Did that come off desperate? With Melissa Ford, instead of filming herself in the gym just doing a workout, her sets or whatever, the focal point was her body parts jumping and gyrating in the gym. Is that a form of desperation instead of just that? Is that bad attention a form of desperation?
no, I wouldn't say it's not a form of desperation. I would say it's poor choices. You know what I'm saying? Because both instances y'all willingly did it. You know what I'm saying? So that just showcases poor decision making skills. So now that reverberates in the person. So if you have poor decision making skills, then your mental is like really not there, because for first and foremost, it's fucking cringe anywhere anyway when you're in the gym and you're recording. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's a safe space where people go and work out and do their thing. Like, now it's just weird that you bring in your camera. So that's off the wall. That's weird off rip. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
then on top of that, you're not even really working out for real. Because if you're really working out, you trying in and out. You know what I'm saying? No more than an hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes tops. You don't even need to be in the gym for 2 hours. 45 minutes could get you right. But if you're not going in there seriously, you placating with your phone and you got place the phone up and then you gotta walk and you gotta do all this stuff and then later you gotta edit the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta put it together.
Mm-hmm.
So you willingly decided to do all that. So that showcases your mentality and where you at in life. And it's like, I see why you alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's social media done took people's lives so far to the point where it's like, motherfuckers will be like, oh, on this day I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna say hi to people, and you walking around with your phone, it looks weird.
Yeah. It do. It do.
You know what I'm saying? If it's a genuine vibe, then it's gonna be genuine. Nobody's ever gonna see it because why? Is a genuine vibe in a meeting. It seems forced and not real or authentic when you got your phone out and you expect me to believe that this skit that you're doing is authentic. How? Because you got to edit it later.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's stumbling on their words, like nobody's slipping up nothing. Like, nah, this is all edited and scripted. So Melissa Ford doing that is just it just showcased the times and where women don't have no real role models. Who are their role models? Because this is an older woman doing what young women are doing.
Facts.
Now, if I was an OG doing what young men is doing, I'ma look crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But when women do it, it's cool
Mm-hmm.
and no pushback within the sisterhood. Even though you know it's goofy work. That's the same. That's the thing I don't like about women. You know when your other homegirl doing goofy work, and you still applaud the goofy work.
Yeah.
Like, yes, sis, you doing it, knowing she doing goofiness.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Men did that. That you willing? Men will fight over that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Facts.
my men's, and I ask you for advice, and you steer me wrong.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I have to come back. We got to do a fair one, son, just to make sure if the friendship is real.
Yeah.
I
Facts.
my man's and you set me up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But for women, it's cool. They could do that and it's okay. Women been setting up other women for a long time and y'all still falling for it. Look at y'all. Look at the older women. Look at the examples y'all got. None of them have good examples.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all want to listen to women that got no accolades. Why would I listen to a mechanic? Why would I listen to a man who says he knows about fixing cars, but he fixed boats? He knows about cars, never fix cars. He fixed boats though, but he gonna tell me how to fix a car.
Yeah.
Why don't I just go to somebody that knows how to fix cars
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
I can get my solution handled for me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You busily talking to a nigga that ride bikes, but you want to learn how to fly a plane. Make
Mm-hmm.
it make sense.
Like, see, to me, there's a difference between receiving attention and getting attention. Just the let me rephrase that. There's a difference between receiving attention and looking for attention. A video like that is looking for attention. One, you're in the gym, so you're gonna have on something tight and all that, and then you're doing the extras, right? But mind you, the age that she's at is a form of desperation. You're no longer doing music videos to show off that body, to make people, guys really want to see you for real. When you're receiving attention, you just doing what you do. And people just like, yo, I like what this person is doing, whether it's on TV or in real life, that I'm just gonna mess with them. Nothing wrong with that because you're you're doing what you're doing, you're saying what you're saying, you're giving your knowledge towards something and things when you're telling your truth and you tell the truth, it gains attention regardless. But looking for attention is something a little different, that she's doing it on a wave that there's no real benefit from. Same thing with Shannon Sharp. There was no real benefit on him going live and clapping cheeks. What is the benefit? Is you're looking for attention. It's a form to me of desperation because Even though you may have other things going on, mind you, Melissa Ford is on one of the biggest podcasters in the world. Shannon Sharp is on some of the biggest shows in the world. You have platforms to be popping, so you inherently are popping, right? But you're doing other things, looking for something, but you don't have to do it. To me, it's just a form of desperation when you have a platform that's ready made and you could do other things that is more substance based. So that's my keep the lie live for this episode. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all been amazing. We got quite a few people in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. And the people that we got in the chat, for real, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. YouTube don't be having our numbers right. They don't be having our numbers right. When we get off here, it be way more people that watch than the people that's in the chat. So hit that like button on the way out. Tap into our membership page. There's different tiers, different access. For episode 100, we're coming up on episode 100, our 100th episode. We're going to be giving out some special gifts. So make sure you continue to tap in episode by episode. Stay in tune to our information and what's going on in today's world. I want to thank some of the sponsors of the show. I want to thank Button Snaps. I want to thank Bravo Section. And I want to thank OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit us up on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild. You can hit me up at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Bravo Section _.
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, seriously, hit me or my brother up on Instagram. Make sure you tap into the Overstand podcast. So I understand we go Overstand every Monday at 9:30. Again, we got the big 100th episode coming up. We're on episode 90 right now. Episode 100 is going to be epic. We're on every Sunday and Thursday at 10:30 p.m. As y'all know, Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast? Be on the lookout for my new EP. I'm working on it right now called Summer of '08. I know my brother got something he want to plug in.
I'm working on a new location. So got a few studios I'm looking into, so be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying?
So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that as well, y'all. Y'all already know your boy Ashley Lovechild, my brother Santana.
Yo, niggas in the chat going ham. Carolina, what you talking about, boy? You know what I'm saying?
What they
The chat, we don't do those. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all been lovely on the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap in, like my brother said. Please hit those likes because we don't be knowing how many people on the live. YouTube skewing with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely, if y'all fuck with us and y'all love our show, hit the like button. I wish I could hit it more than one time, but as soon as you tap in, you fuck with us, hit that like button. And like my bro said, tap in with us on Sunday. You heard?
Yes. Yes, indeed, y'all. We'll be back solid and strong, and you already know it's always love. And we'll see y'all this Sunday at 10:30. We out.
Yeah.